We have a wild Bethany Mota in today. Hey everyone, I'm Jordyn Jones. We have a very special guest today. One of actually the nicest person I think I've met ever, because if you guys don't know 14-year-old Jordyn, 15-year-old Jordyn out there, I grew up on this girl and I know that y'all did too. Today we have none other than Bethany Mota.
Hi, I don't know where I'm looking.
Yeah, maybe this is your main. I don't know. But guys, so exciting to have you here. She went on my last podcast as well. So she's only like my third guest on this podcast. Very exciting.
I'm honored.
Yay.
Season 2.
Season 2. So yes, we have Bethany Mota. We are going to answer your questions, talk about some food because we live in LA. We have some good food. And then I'm going to get into some trivia with you. So, all right.
Trivia, I'm scared.
I know. It's literally trivia about you that you're going to have to answer.
I'm terrified.
I feel like you'll do great.
Thanks.
Everyone say a prayer in the comment for her. But first, I do want to talk about food with you because I'm a little foodie over here and you live in LA and we have so much good food.
Uber Eats, that's me.
What are your top 5 deliveries, you think?
This is so embarrassing, but it was Starbucks for a really long time.
No, 100%. I got it this morning. I woke up at 7, rolled over, ordered my 2 things I get every day.
But is it right around the corner from you? Okay. So I don't
feel
so alone.
0.7.
I could literally walk to mine.
Yeah.
So that's probably number 1.
What's your Starbucks order?
So right now I was doing the pumpkin cream cold brew.
Okay.
But then I just found like a hybrid pumpkin drink.
Okay.
So I'm doing like a shot of espresso with a splash of soy milk and then pumpkin cream cold foam and the pumpkin topping with a pump of white mocha syrup. It sounds, and the blonde espresso. It sounds so much, but it's so good.
I thought mine is like.
What's yours?
Mine's a venti pink drink.
Oh, easy.
At least you order on the app, because if you go in person, I feel like when you're saying all that,
I won't order it. I will not order it in person. It's only
like
because
8 steps.
Yeah, it's only because I have the app, so it's like already set in there. I can just reorder.
Yeah.
But if I'm standing in line, there's no way I'm doing that to them. Absolutely not. I'll just get the pumpkin cream cold brew as is.
That's hilarious. I feel like people only like used to get long orders like that, but now the drinks I feel like they have like their special little creations, but I love that order for you. Okay, other 4.
I've really been on my Indian food game recently.
Wait, please say the place I found too.
I don't remember the name of mine. I'm in this stage where I'm trying a new one like every night. That sounds like I do order it every night actually. So let's just be real.
Okay, then what do you get? Because I've only really tried butter chicken and chicken tikka masala.
Love both of those.
Okay.
I don't want to butcher the names. So there's this one dish that I really love. It's basically like a vegetarian dish. It's like cauliflower, potatoes in like a curry sauce with obviously the rice on the side. So good.
The place I think I found is called like Crown of something.
I just heard of that place.
I found it on TikTok.
Crown of India, right?
Yeah. I thought it was a little more complicated than that, but I think that is what it is. That place you have to try if you haven't. It's really good.
I'm going to try. I actually just saw that last night on TikTok. And I was like, it's 12 miles from me.
Oh, shoot.
But maybe I'll pay the extra delivery fee.
So that's why I can get the further away places. Okay, before we get into more, last 3, because I'm just so interested in, I feel like everyone wants to know what people eat and drink nowadays. So
what else do I get? Like sweet green. I get sweet green a lot.
Never had.
Really?
Yeah.
Because never had it?
I used to live right by it.
Okay.
And when I would go on like my walks and I would walk past it, it smells horrific. When I walk past, I'm like, ugh.
Like a little farts. Yeah.
Healthy farts.
Little bloat. It does have that sort of smell.
Yes, so I cannot go in there.
I get that. There's been a couple times where I've eaten it and I've forgotten to throw it out.
Oh, God.
Like walk in my house and it has that smell. Just a little
tootie.
Yeah, a little tootie. I totally get that. But it doesn't taste that way so much. Like, it's good in the moment. I will say you got to
Okay.
eat it right away.
Ugh.
Like,
It just, okay, then it smells like day-old food in there.
it does.
So if you order it again, good to go. Literally, to go.
Yeah.
Okay. What, one more?
Ramen.
Love ramen.
So I've really been into birria ramen.
Ooh.
I think Tatsu has it.
Yes, they do.
It's so
And they have this like ramen
good.
burger. Have you seen
They
that?
do. I haven't had that.
Me either. That's scary.
It's kind of scary.
Because I feel like you take one bite and it crumbles apart and then there's noodles everywhere.
Probably. Are the noodles hard?
Yes, I think the top and the bottom is hard. I don't know. I literally think they like put it on the grill for a second to like harden all together. I don't
Interesting.
know.
Okay. Well, if you try that, let me know how that is.
Love Tatsu though. That is a go-to spot. Okay. So, jumping back into it, we've got some fan questions for you. The iPad was dead, so we're old-fashioned today. All right, number one. If you could change one thing you've done in your career, what would it be?
Good question.
I know, right?
Wow.
These are from Instagram, guys.
We're
Shout out
jumping
Instagram.
right in.
I know.
Shout out Instagram. If I could change one thing, whoa, that's honestly really difficult. I don't think that there's anything that I would change per se, which I know is like a super basic answer. But to be honest, I really feel like every aspect of my career was so unplanned, like truly.
You like followed all those waves.
Yeah, like I feel like I never did anything super intentionally. I mean, even starting out, like I posted my first video at 13.
Yeah.
And there was no intention behind it. You know, like being a YouTuber wasn't even a thing back then. Influencer was not even a term.
No.
Like it was not cool to make videos at that time at all. Like it
No.
was something more so to be ashamed of than anything else. My intention was never to really create a career, have a career online. Yeah, so I don't think I would necessarily change anything.
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe doubt, like anytime that I doubted myself or would second guess, would probably be the only thing I would change, because I feel like there have been a lot of times in my career, and probably will be in the future as well, where like you kind of just doubt your abilities or doubt like what am I doing, or like overthink it so much that it takes you out of the moment. So that might be the only thing. And even with saying that, I still wouldn't even change that, because it's all, you know, gotten me to where I am now.
Yeah.
And I feel like those mistakes and even all the self-doubt is necessary to, you know, it's there for a reason.
And like you said, you were literally the first 5 people to be doing what you were doing. You literally grew up online. So like that's like a whole nother thing. But
she wants to play.
I know.
It's my time. I'm like, what do? I'll just stay here. Maybe she'll sit on my lap.
Matcha. But yeah, I bet that was just so hard but also fun, and you had to learn so much. You basically blew up in like 2014, 2015, even like 2013. I don't even know. But what do you think would have been different if you would have been like 2-3 years later with what you did and how you started? Do you think it would have been what it was for you, or do you think that your timing with everything was perfect and you wouldn't have changed that at all?
Whoa, that's cool. No, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously it would be drastically different because I started in 2009, and yeah, I would say around 2013, 2014 is kind of when I had already been doing it for a few years, but I think that's when things became even more mainstream.
Yeah.
And like kind of even going into traditional media as well. I do feel like if I would have started later, I don't know. I think everything happens exactly as it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And I feel like I might have even been a completely different person by that time.
Yeah.
Like I started so young, and YouTube really did kind of shape me as a human as well. I was so introverted and shy and like not really outwardly expressive before starting it. And so I feel like it really gave me the permission and the okay to like be creative.
So I was after you when I started everything, and I would wait in line to meet you at VidCon, and then I 2-3 years later was the one, meeting fans at VidCon. So it's just so crazy with timing and everything when I was starting out and looking up to you and other YouTubers. And then goes to show that you guys, everyone listening, like, I thought I had none of that. I just thought, I would never have fans. I would never be anything ever. And then people that you look up to, and then I really went for it and really started posting. And even now, like, people can start somewhere, start posting, get your camera out. All those YouTubers back in that day, like, so inspired me to do what everyone else was doing. And I thought it was cool. I was never in that. But again, even when I started, there was bullying. People just didn't understand it. Even I bet some of your family was like, what is Bethany doing out there in LA? Or literally, I've gone through so many different phases, and then finally people were accepting of it. When do you think was like your time? Yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I love. This is what I'm gonna really jump for as my career.
I think being so young, I didn't really have that click in my mind until later. And it also didn't really happen super consciously, I guess. It felt more indirect. Like, it wasn't a moment where I was like, oh, this is my job, this is my career. Maybe if I was older, it would have been like, okay, this is my career, I'm solid. But as a kid, like, I was just kind of like, I like doing this, and cool, I can like pay my family's rent now. Like, so much was happening around me that I didn't really, my brain wasn't even fully developed to like fully understand all of it. For me, it was more marked by milestones, maybe of people that I got to work with, people that I got to meet. Like, for me, being able to work with like different brands, or like being able to have my first clothing line and work with Aeropostale. Like, as a kid, for me, I was like, this is so cool. Okay, this is a cool moment. I think those moments, or like even being in rooms with people that I looked up to growing up. I was obsessed with Camp Rock, and then being able to be in the same room as Nick Jonas, and like, he knows who I am. Like, things like that, where I was like, okay, that was my way of kind of gauging all of it, I guess, versus like, oh, it's a career now.
I guess this is similar to what you were just saying. What was the best part of growing up on YouTube? Was it just meeting all those people and all the experiences that you were able to have at such a young age?
Definitely, I think being able to have that platform and being able to create content in a way that I never thought I was able to do. I learned so much about myself and like being a video maker. Also, and you can relate to this as well, being a part of that time, like social media is amazing in general. And like, even right now, to see how it's grown and other platforms have come along like TikTok and have made it so much easier for everyone to be in on it, I think is incredible. I think,
being a part
10
of those
years ago,
OGs.
Yes, it was like such a like magical time because people were finally coming around to it, but it was still really new. And it was almost more niche. Like, there was a very small group of creators.
Like, you could name them all.
You could name them all. And even going to like a playlist or like a VidCon, it was so small. It felt like this little community, and there was something so magical about it. I'm so great we've expanded beyond it, but to be able to be a part of it in those early stages was so magical. It almost felt like college, like going to YouTube.
That was our college, literally.
Exactly.
Being like showing up on set and being there all day was like school.
Yes,
like,
it was school. And like any events, those were like the college parties.
Yes. Like literally, I went to Instagram prom.
Instagram prom?
Yes, like Instagram had a prom for
that
creators because they knew that we didn't go to school and we didn't have a prom. So they threw us a prom.
That's brilliant.
Like, I got to wear a prom dress, and I would always say, being an influencer, not going to school, like, you don't have like that normal kind of thing, and you don't get dances. And then they just did that. Literally one of like the best moments. And it felt normal too. It was like at a school gym. It was so fun, and everyone was just dressed up. I think they had like the punch bowl. They made it so like normal.
Like
even
classic
it was
prom.
Instagram,
That's
so it was
so
a little more
fun.
elevated, but still, it just felt so normal and fun. I loved it.
Yeah, but see, that's so true. It really was like our high school college experience.
Yeah.
Also, because I think if you're doing YouTube or social media full time, it is your life. Like, you don't really have time. Like, for me, the amount of times that I would cancel or like not go to things with friends, which I'm not proud of, and like I don't do that now, but it really was like my whole life. And I think a lot of people, especially in that era, making YouTube videos, it consumes all of your time.
Yeah. Almost I can't even remember some of it. Do you feel like that too? You were so go and so busy at such a young age where, we like literally weren't even fully developed yet, where I'll look back at something and be like, I did that? Literally yesterday, I was trying to look at a picture to post for my friend's birthday, and going through her face on my phone, I'm like, oh my gosh, like we did this and this. We went to a Taylor Swift concert, and I'm like, I don't even remember going to that. And it sucks. And it's like, it wasn't like I had a traumatic childhood, but it feels like that when I can't remember something. Do you ever have that? Or you're like, no, I don't.
Oh, girl, there's a lot I don't remember.
But it's not like we're like drunk. It's just that we're like worked.
There's so much going on. Yeah. I think the past few years of like also kind of being more of an adult, I feel like I've gotten the balance down a lot more of having a personal life and having stuff for myself, and then also having career. But back then in my teen years, it was solely working.
Yeah.
And I think because it was social media, it was like really fun.
Yeah.
That we wanted to do it all the time. Like the amount of times I have a picture that my mom took of me where like I passed out on my bed, literally hand on laptop, mid editing a YouTube video, just like passed out on my bed.
Aww.
All the time. I would just be editing until like 4 a.m. and
waking up at 7 and running. Another question. Speaking of your clothing line and all of those things that you did, another thing was your jewelry brand. They want to know what happened to Adam and Matter.
So Adam and Matter, we started working on it in 2020. I was super excited about it because like it was kind of my first time like designing again after the whole Aeropostale thing. And it was really fun, like kind of being back in that energy again and like creating. And I was like, oh, I really miss designing. Like it was super, super fun. And when we launched it, I think for me, I just like, it kind of fizzled out. There's not really too much to say. Like, I think it just kind of fizzled out. Starting a business is a lot.
Yeah.
And even when I've worked with brands in the past, it's been that, working with brands and kind of curating a collection or creating a collection.
Yeah.
But I've never like fully created a full brand from top to bottom. And so I think once we started going, I think I realized it wasn't the right fit. And I'm like, maybe it wasn't going to be like the long-term thing that I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And logistically, there were things as well. And so ultimately, we were kind of just like, and let's just kind of pause it for now.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where we're at with it at this point.
Good.
And yeah, I feel good about it.
And you learned a lot.
Yes. Like creating businesses and doing new ventures, there's always going to be like those failures or those moments that you're like, okay, that didn't work out.
I just saw a post of, cannot remember what it was, or I think it was Dyson. He made like 340 prototypes before he really got to his whatever. The first thing was maybe the vacuum. I don't know. But I was like, oh my gosh, like you think that like most people would have given up at like maybe even 10, maybe even 5. And he went to like 350. I'm like, that is hard work. And especially doing social media at the time of starting a business, learning, creating. But again, with you already knowing all that stuff in the future, you got it, and you can do something else. You can bring that one back up. But yeah, a lot of people were asking me about it. So you still got some people who are ready to purchase over there.
Yeah, we are on a pause right now, but I'm really grateful for all of that because I feel like it helped me learn a lot as just like a business owner and like being a founder and like all that comes along with it as well. Like it's so much. So yeah, if it ever comes back, the people will know. So
follow her everywhere. Then you guys will be up to date on that. Next question. What do you do now after YouTube? I would love a life update.
Life update. So,
like the olden days, life update, guys.
Life update. Yeah, so life's been really great.
You look so happy.
Thank you. Yeah, I think like we just were talking about, I think so much of my life has been online my teen years were so much grinding and like working. And that was also kind of the time where it was like cool to be busy and grinding all the time. It was like cool. It was like the thing to do is like to be working so hard that you're not sleeping.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of my life up until maybe around like 20. And then I was like, okay, I want to like date or like
live.
I want to live. I want to go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Like, quite literally do something that's normal. And so I kind of started to play around with the balance of working and having a personal life.
Yeah.
Like I said, like dating was something that I never really did when I was like on YouTube in my early years, because I just never had time, or I just didn't think it was worth it, or it was just going to take away from, you know, what I built for so long.
Yeah.
And so I started kind of investing back into that, like my friends and my family, and kind of having that personal life. And then also looking at what I wanted to do in terms of my career as well. Currently, I'm on a little break from YouTube, but I don't really see myself ever leaving it.
Yeah.
Because it's like my home, and and I'll like post on other platforms as well, but I think at the end of the day, I still see myself as like a YouTube creator when it comes to my presence online. I love the format of it. I just feel like it's one of the best platforms to be on personally. So I've taken a break from that, but I'm currently working on a little series and like relaunching it in a way that would be a lot different than what I've done in the past.
Yeah, a little production moment.
A little production. And then also with that, I started getting into hosting stuff.
Okay, follow me.
Okay, host. I hadn't, I was so used to always like being in stuff, especially on my YouTube channel. It's like I'm the star of it. Like I'm the main person in all of the content, in all the videos. And so I started to kind of just play around with hosting and like hosting different shows to see how that felt. And I fell in love with it. I think there's something so fun about being a part of a bigger production that isn't about me, and I'm not the main focus, and I can kind of support other people on their journeys and whatever that experience is. So yeah, my most recent hosting was Follow Me, which we did our second season.
Yeah.
And that's been super fun because it's also a social media competition show. Yeah. So it's something that I'm obviously familiar with.
The queen was... The whole show was fun. I got to be a guest. Yes. But sorry, I wanted to interrupt you on that and just be like, it was so fun. She's the queen. And she was hosting the social media show. Made so much sense. Okay.
I'm so happy that you came on too. That was like one of my favorite episodes was you co-hosting because I feel like we just, it was so easy. Yeah. Like it was so seamless and it all went so well. But yeah, that's pretty much like what I'm doing now is just like doing hosting stuff and then working on relaunching a part of my YouTube channel and just living life and having fun.
You like kind of need a podcast.
You know, I've thought about it.
Straw Hut out there. My production company.
I'm like, I don't know who you're talking. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, them.
No, I've thought about it, but I don't know. If it made sense, I would love to. I think for me, I never just wanted to do it just to do it. Obviously, if I had something to say or something to add to conversation in society, then but otherwise, I'd just be a little yapper.
That's what I am.
I love that, though.
I love it. I come on here. I'll give like a little update about myself. I feel like now people are coming back to the show just to hear what I have to say in the beginning of what just went wrong or why I'm late. And I just feel like, guys, the street was closed.
But you're so good. Like, you're so good at it. Because, like, I've seen your like, I've watched your episodes and the episode that we did together last time. And, like, you're just so good. You're really...
Thanks.
You're a great podcaster.
Perfect yapper over here. Okay, last one. You've posted a lot of videos. What do you think your favorite video you've ever posted was?
I have no idea. I'm like, let me even remember.
I know, right?
What I've posted.
You're like, I can only remember one, so.
I guess I have like a few answers.
Okay.
The first video I ever posted.
Okay.
Because it was the first one, you know, and I worked with what I had, didn't have good equipment. I was literally like blind in it because I was like didn't wear contacts and I didn't want to wear my glasses. Like, so I feel like just for what it was, like that was like my first, that video had so much symbolism in the sense that it was such a huge step in my life and it was so spontaneous and I had no idea what that one video was going to lead to.
That's like the definition of start somewhere.
Yes.
Everyone nowadays is like, well, I don't have a camera. I don't have the lighting. I don't know what I would do. It's like, just start. And
you got
that
a window?
is what you did. Literally.
You got a window.
And a phone.
That's literally all you need, especially now, I think. I feel like there was a time, maybe like years ago, that, not even, but I do feel like there was a time that even I felt like
camera,
we
right?
needed like, yeah, like the lighting and like the
G7X
Canon,
at least.
At least the G7X baseline.
Flipped up, looking at yourself, vlogging.
But now I feel like people really care about just like what the substance is.
Yeah.
Like if they relate to you and if they love you or what you're doing, or if you have a talent that's like just really impressive.
Contortion.
Like people aren't going to be like, the quality of this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you have
phones
something
have just
to share.
gotten so much better because back then, that's why, like, yeah, you kind of needed something.
I feel like the iPhone camera now is better than a lot of normal cameras, so.
On to the trivia. I'm ready to see what you know about yourself.
I'm so not ready.
I made these up myself, so if they are incorrect, you'd probably be able to tell me, maybe.
I don't even remember what I had for dinner last night.
Indian food.
Right.
Probably.
Probably.
Birria ramen. Okay. All right. Number 1. What place did you get on Dancing with the Stars?
Not me like
You got this.
4th.
One. Let's go. You were in the finale and got 4th.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Got it. What year did your song Need You Right Now come out?
2014.
Yes! That was actually like so good. How did you get that?
I'm scared.
How'd you get that?
I only got it because I remember like I released the song the year that I was on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh.
So I like relate the two together.
Okay. So the next one you might. I was shocked by this, but you would probably know this because it was more of a thing for you. When did we film the Follow Me show?
When you came on?
Yeah. Was it filmed? I was shocked by this.
What do you mean?
When was it filmed?
Last year.
What month?
December.
Yes. Okay. Girl, I thought it was like 5 months ago. Because I was looking for our picture to post. And I was like, it's something about, when I mentioned you in stories, it said like December 2023. I was like, what was this? And I was like, it's not this. I kept like looking for our photos. I'm like, do you really think that was almost a year ago?
Granted, it is a weird time to shoot a show. December, like the peak of like right before Christmas.
Yeah, like everyone was already like out of office.
Yeah.
We're in there.
Yeah, we're here.
I remember when we were filming, she would have to be there, really long because she's the host and she has to get ready. And then when I was there, I had asked like, do I need to be here for these couple hours? And so like, because I asked the crew, you were like, oh wait, like we get to go home. Like it was one of the first times where you were able to like leave for like that 2 hours because you would stay on set the whole time.
That was such a special day. And I'll tell you what, after you came that day, they started doing it like that every day. And I was like, thank God, Jordyn.
I know. She was like, I have to go let my dogs out. I was like, got you. Oh, no, you went shopping.
I did a lot.
Yeah.
I did a lot in that time. There was so much time.
Okay. How many YouTube subscribers do you currently have?
Ooh, we've dropped. I have no
We've
idea.
all dropped.
Dropping every day.
Yep.
I have no idea. Like over 8 million?
Yes. Is that your
Under
answer?
9.
No.
Okay, 9. That's all I got.
4.
9.4?
Yeah.
Oh, better than I thought.
You're like, maybe I am an upward right now. All right. How many award show awards have you won?
Oh, I have no idea. Award show. All award shows?
I think it's like
or just like kind
Steamy. Is that what it's called? Steamy awards?
Streamies? Yes.
Streamy awards and like Teen Choice Awards.
4?
Yes.
Okay.
Last one. You're killing it. What year were you in the top 25 most influential teens for Time?
I don't know about that.
It was a big year for you.
Let's see, 2014? Okay, that was the year.
That was the year.
I'm already tired.
Matcha was so happy she got to meet you today.
Killed it.
She is so cute.
She's so cute.
Everyone needs a cat in their life.
She looks like the blueprint for a cat. Like, that's what all cats
Yeah.
are supposed to look like, they're supposed to look like her.
Matcha, it's time to say goodbye to Bethany. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Please plug yourself and all your accounts and where they should keep up to date with you.
Basically, Bethany Mota on most. Instagram is Bethany Noel M.
Bethany Noel.
I've tried changing it and I got tired of trying. But everything else is Bethany Mota.
Yay. Well, I cannot wait for the episode to come out, and I love hanging out with you always. We still have to go to a Dodger game soon.
I know, let's do it.
I know.
Let's do it soon.
I was trying to go tonight. I was like, it's Shohei Ohtani's bobblehead night. But I was like, I have dinner with a friend. I cannot go. But yes, we'll go to a Dodger game soon. Yeah, everyone, make sure to like, subscribe, and add us to your playlist on Spotify and Apple. And we will see you next Wednesday. Bye guys.
You've been listening to the Jordyn Jones Podcast. Jordyn's passion is to inspire, relate, and give you that much-needed 1-hour escape from life's everyday struggles. Your family, and we're so glad you're here. Make sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Jordyn Jones. Jordyn. This production is brought to you by Straw Hut Media, hosted by Jordyn Jones, produced by Ryan Tillotson, edited by Daniel Ferreira. Additional production help by Carolyn Mendoza, Ali Ahmed, and Samir Gonchi. Keep shining bright like the diamond you are, and see you next time on the Jordyn Jones Podcast.